Okay, so I wanted to make a video to show what is expected and where to find it, and what I'm hoping will be a more consistent routine moving forward with the distance learning for the rest of the year, so that parents and students are on board and understand what's happening and what the expectations are. So I am starting in my Gmail account, and students' Gmail accounts will look similar except for the emails that are sent. A lot of the emails that they get will probably be from me, but I'm going to go to the Waffle, and I'm going to go to Classroom, because what I've tried to do in this, especially starting this week, which is the 20th, April 20th, I've tried to make everything that you need accessible in this one place, so that you're not checking the school site and Edpuzzle and all these different resources to try and get what it is that you need to do. So as soon as you go into the correct classroom, which is the Hildebrand fourth one, it's the green one. There is another one, orange, and that's just extra optional work. It'll load up the stream, and the stream does have like comments and it tells when I posted something, but it's really not the meat of the Google Classroom, and I wish we could set it up so that classwork would be the first thing that pops up. So anytime you go into the Google Classroom, for me, you're going to want to click on the tab that says classwork. This is where the best way to find what's due, what's happening, and where everything is. So once you log in, the first section will be this all topics section, and what I've tried to do there is make the things that are going to be that you're going to want access to more than just once. So for instance, Amplify Science, if you're going to do some optional science activities throughout the weeks, this is where you're going to want to go. One and Only Ivan is something that is continuing through all the weeks, as are these other tasks that you're going to see here. Some of them are print, like my Spiral Review and One and Only Ivan. These are pages that can be printed out. TrueFlix Reading Comprehension is an online resource, but these are links to things that are recurring throughout the weeks. So that is the first section. And then I'm going to try and rotate these through, but because right now I have several students who are missing work from the last week, the week of the 13th through the 17th, I'm keeping this up here for now. But what you can see is over here on the left-hand side all of the weeks. So let's click on this, and that should take us straight to week 2, which is the week we're on, which is the 20th, and you'll see some gray things, and those are just assignments that are coming up. They're scheduled in here, but they're not assigned until a future date, so that's why they're not showing. I don't want kids to get too far ahead and spend 18 hours working on Monday and Tuesday and then nothing the rest of the week. I want to be a little more regular than that. So you're going to see here all these video chats. So these are the work that haven't been assigned yet. What I did is I went ahead, and the group meets that we have scheduled, these are the ones for reading groups. I have assigned them in Google Classroom as well. So only group 5 will see this post, and they will know when to join, and all they have to do is click this video meeting link. And only the people who are in group 2 will see this, and they will know they just click on this at their correct time, which is Tuesdays, and they can video chat straight from there. So those are what are scrolling by right now, all the different reading groups. And again, I can see all of them because I am part of all of them, but students will only see the ones that are relevant to them because they are not in all 5 groups. Now, I also put in here the slides. These are available on the the Oak Hill School distance learning website, but I know that a lot of people were having, or I got feedback that people were having trouble following, and so I thought it might be helpful to have them here as well. So if you just click on this link, it will pull up the the schedule for this week. And it has, the first slide is pretty much going to be the same. It's going to be how students are being graded. So evidence of learning on report cards may include, but is not limited to, student attendance in video conferences, email questions and responses, responses to daily Google Classroom questions, assignments completed and submitted on Google Classroom, and points given for those tasks. I have been putting things into Aries, so those of you who have been checking in Aries can still do so. I may document students' commitment to learning with Google Classroom collaborative tasks. So this is sort of extra credit. If you go into the orange Google Classroom and complete tasks in there, I know some students have been doing those. That is an option for some extra credit work. If you need it, you didn't do well on a test, you can do something in there. And then I haven't been requiring ConnectEd access. But it doesn't seem like it's been too much of an issue. So if I do start assigning, that would also play into the grade, the report card as well. So then I can click on the other. You should be able to scroll through, but it has reminders, it has the language arts group, and then it has this agenda, and it's sort of written in priority order. You should be spending an hour on math. So the first task is to complete Chapter 10, Lesson 1, because that is what we're going to be checking in our Google Meet at 10:40. And everybody should be joining our 10:40 Meet to check their math work. Spiral Review, which is in the Google Classroom at the top, the things that are recurring. And you can choose MobyMax or Prodigy to complete your hour if you haven't already met it. Reading, you should be spending an hour a day. Different groups will meet with me at 10 a.m. Other groups will be completing the Edpuzzle classroom assignment that I've posted in Google Classroom. The one and only Ivan, answering questions in that assignment, and your turn book, which you should have at home. If you still have time left in your hour, then you're doing MobyMax or TrueFlix or the other links that are there. Also, this is a week-long assignment, the writing paragraph. It'll be a different topic each week, and it will be due in Google Classroom on Fridays. I also have links to science and social studies at the bottom, but those are optional. Those are just to improve your learning. So that is the agenda, and it'll look the same for Tuesday, very similar. There's just minor changes in there. So hopefully that'll help clarify as far as what is expected when, and that is available, like I showed, in this material in the week topic. Then this is the first. There will always be 2 Edpuzzle English Language Arts assignments each week. One of them will be assigned and posted on Monday, and this week it happens to be Sadie's Game. They will click on Edpuzzle, and some people are having trouble logging in. I did put a link for how to join it, but I have put everybody in. So if you aren't automatically taken to here and it's asking you to log in, I don't know if I can just log out and show you. Let me try that. Okay, so I can click on, I just logged out so I can log back in. And you would click on I'm a student. I'm going to click on I'm a teacher because that's my account. And you do not have to enter your username and password. It is much easier just to scroll down. And if you've already been to your Gmail account, you should be signed in. So you can just click on sign in with Google. If you enter the other stuff, it will just tell you you should sign in with Google. So then it'll redirect you. If it doesn't, then you just need to make sure that you're following these directions and you log in with the Google at the bottom. And then agree to terms. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Teacher. And then it has all the different, you won't be able to see all of these because I've updated some that are not yet shown they're scheduled for later. But here is Sadie's game, and the other one this week will be Mama, I'll Give You the World. And you can see how long it is. Hopefully you can see this and how many questions there are. So basically it's just a video that will play the story. So students can play the video, or they can pause and let it read it. And then as it goes through, it will play.
The referee's coach waved her off the court for a substitution as the crowd shouted catcalls and jeered behind her. She had never seen a crowd express such disappointment.
And then it will pop up like
before.
this. It will pop up a question, and students can't continue on with the story until they've answered this question. And I think it even tells you right away. Okay, so it'll tell you got it right or wrong, and then you can rewatch it, and it will let you rewatch the clip, so you can try and practice. You can do that before you select an answer too. So that's how Edpuzzle works, and this will be counting towards students' language arts reading comprehension scores. So that's Edpuzzle, which is the reading program that I'm using. It's the district curriculum, but I'm just using their resource to add the questions in. So that's how I've tried to add everything into this one place, into Google Classroom under the Classwork tab. So hopefully you can, and I also put in there the math, but I'm not seeing it this way it's looking. Let me try and find where the math went. Okay, I found it. It was in there. I just had to scroll down a little bit more past Sadie's game. I posted both a material, which is this icon here, and if you click on that, it will tell you, please remember to do Chapter 10, Lessons 1 through 4, and the progress check this week. So this is just a reminder as to what exactly lessons, which also says on the slideshow, that are due. So they should be doing one lesson per day, starting today, Monday the 20th, with Chapter 10, Lesson 1, and continuing through the other lessons, one lesson per day. And that's just a reminder so that students can see in this resource what the math is. And it also has a link to the Classroom Meet where we correct. So if students are getting lost and having trouble accessing the Google Meet, you can just come into your Google Classroom, find the correct assignment for either your reading group or your math, in this case the math group, and just click on this and it will take you to the Meet. So you can join that way. It'll also have, you can go to your calendar. I don't know if it has it here, but there is a way to watch the video if it's already passed. You can watch the video if you missed the meeting. Okay, so if you've missed the meeting and you need to check your math work, it isn't available here. So really quickly how you can find that. But this is also the writing. So one person is already done. It's Monday morning at 1:30. Somebody's already done with their paragraph. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to all stay doing this and then have nothing to do the rest of the week. So those are the that I've tried to make all available in this resource in the Google Classroom classwork section. If you've missed a meet and you want to catch up on what we talked about, what we did during your group, you can go to the apps and you can go to calendar. And let's say, for instance, we missed the math group today. I'm going to go to today's date, which it already is the 20th. If I happen to remember tomorrow, oh, I forgot to check lesson 1, then I can just go back to this date. And since it's not showing, it probably will show in students because you don't have as many daily tasks. But if it doesn't show, you could just click more. And then the reading group is here, my math assignment will pull up. And when it pulls up the link, here is how you join from calendar. Once the lesson is over, it'll take a few minutes and then this will be the script. So if you click on this, it will show what everybody said, and if you click on this link, then you can watch the video and it will show exactly what we did and what we talked about and what we saw in that missed meeting that you might have missed, or if you want to refresh your memory and you were at the meeting but you wanted to check something. Yay, 3 pictures of me. So that's how you can find, still get the information for a missed meeting. And I hope I've covered everything, but if I haven't, please feel free to shoot me an email. I am here for you. I'm here to help, and I want you to be successful. So I hope this is helpful, and have a great week.